Hi guys, we are here today to talk about this Microkorg. Um, I want to do things a little differently. I usually show you guys, the after videos where I've got everything working and put it up for sale and talk about, what I've done and all that good stuff. Today I want to start from scratch and show you kind of what it's like to diagnose some problems and some possible solutions. So I bought this unit off Reverb. Gentleman said it worked, but it had a lot of dead keys. Um, and, one or two dead keys here or there, that's typically just a dirty key bed and needs to be cleaned. But he said a lot of them don't work. So I don't know if somebody spilled something on this, um, and it's corroded or what. I really don't know what's going on. So let's just check it out and see what she does. So didn't come with a power supply, but I have a spare power supply for this unit on hand. I'm gonna plug in just the mono out. Should be left probably. Yeah. Um, turn the volume all the way down. All right, so it does turn on. That's a good step. Keys kind of do work. I don't know if you can hear that. We got a little scratchiness in the volume. There's a little scratchiness on the volume potentiometer. I'm going to use some contact cleaner to clean that at some point. But yeah, there's like quite a few dead keys. I mean, they're just these keys that are dead are just totally dead. Oh, no, there we go. I don't know. Definitely something going on to have so many dead ones, but this unit's super dirty. I'm going to hope that I can just clean this and not have to replace any parts on it. Yeah, so obviously we gotta get in here and start taking it apart and see what's going on, because there are definitely issues we cannot resolve uh, without taking it apart. So if you've never taken one of these apart before, not too difficult. One thing you might not be so apparent off the bat is that these two knobs have a screw in the side that you use to tighten them. I have no idea how big it is. I'm just going to keep going until I feel it. I can't even see it, so there we go. All right. Yeah, don't make the mistake of trying to pull these two off. You've got to undo this screw first. Where are my pliers? I just used them. Yeah, once you undo the screw, you can see that pops right off. But you'll be there all day long. Oh, I hate it when this happens. These things get stuck. There we go. You'll be there all day long pulling on it and nothing will ever happen. Might be too small, actually. It's so tight that it won't come out, but it slips. I do have a spare one of these. We might have to murder this one to get it off. This is the kind of thing that happens for no good reason. I'm trying to put upward pressure on it. Oh, shit. I broke off the fucking thing inside. Wow. Wow, it broke off. That sucks. Plan B. I have a spare knob, not a big deal. But that's annoying. It's cost me a $10 knob. I guess I better take that one off eBay real quick. Alright, I took my extra knob that I had for sale off eBay, because I have to destroy this one to get this unit apart. There's no other way to do it. It's a shame. This plastic just explodes when you put pressure on it. So if you ever have one of these that's stuck, just like I do, where the end of the it's not even a star, it's just like an I don't know what you call it. I guess it's a T. Snapped off. So now we got to figure out how to get this screw out. I'm thinking we'll start with needle nose and see if we can just undo it. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but there's the end of the end of my little guy. Broke off in there. Not tight enough to turn it, but tight enough to break it off. How silly. Anyway, alright, moving on. The rest of these are easy. They just pull right off. Yeah. The washers come with it, so I'll take those. Alright, so faceplate off. It's in fine condition. It's just dirty as all hell. So I'll clean that up. That'll be no problem. I'm gonna blow off some of the black plastic that exploded from that knob. Alright, now I know there's a series of screws on the bottom to get this keyboard out. Alright, there's going to be a couple more screws on the back. And that's going to be the end of what we got to unscrew to get into this thing. See, the bottom pops right off. Alright. So I don't know if you can see here, the battery compartment is going to be connected to the board. Wow, that is an weird It looks like the board's already been replaced on this unit. Because that should be green. Unless it's a, maybe it's a really old unit. What's the serial number on this? 42,118. I don't think it's that old. Yeah, this is supposed to be green. This PCB board's in pretty good shape. A lot of these that I take apart, there's sticky goo all over it, and we'll see what happens on the other side because we might very well find our sticky goo. We got to take these screws out of the back first. All right, so we should be able to take this fully apart now. No, we got to do quite a few more screws. So I definitely want to get this board out because I want to look at the other side. Start popping the cables. Well, let's take a look at the keyboard first. That's really what I want to see. So I'm going to pop this one out. I'll eventually take this keyboard entirely apart, wash all the keys. They're filthy. I'll scrub them in soap and water and rinse them out, let them dry overnight. But I want to see if I can get the key bed working. And this is actually very quick to figure out. Should be pretty quick. I want to see how dirty it is under here. Or if it's corroded or what. It's not corroded at all. I don't know if it's just oxidized or what. These pads, like, everything looks good. That was an awful lot of keys that didn't work. All right, so I really don't see anything about this key bed that makes me think it's bad. Yeah, I don't see anything about this piece here that makes me think it's bad. Clearly it doesn't work. It's probably just oxidation. You could use deoxit, but I'm going to use alcohol. It works just as well. Let's see if we get a dirty Q-tip, or if we can make this nice and shiny and gold. I just don't get the feeling that we're going to get a dirty Q-tip. Yeah, not even slightly. It may just be that this board is bad. And I do see some oxidation, but it's like so minimal. Yeah, I mean, the pads don't really ever need cleaning. Let's put it back together and see what happens, because it really I don't see anything about it that makes me think it's broken. All right, let's turn it back on and see what happens. That was it. They were just dirty. You see how easy it is to fix these sometimes? Now there's more repairs I'm going to make on this unit. This pot's a little scratchy. Can't hear it right now, it's cooperating. Supposed to be delay time. Yep. This one on tester mode, I wouldn't hate for like to work like 99 out of 100 tries. Wow. Easy fix. All right. Yeah. So the last thing I want to do is clean these pots, because I know I'm going to take everything apart and clean it really well, but that's the end of the diagnosis phase. I'm just going to spray all these potentiometers with some contact cleaner. You know, I'm going to wrap some paper towel around it and then just hose them down, and that'll get rid of any scratchiness. Clean this unit, and it's in pretty good shape cosmetically. It still has the plastic on the LCD. I'll take that off. Yeah, we'll have a working unit here. It's got a couple of things. It's not going to bring top dollar, but I'll definitely get my money back, and you know, get this unit back out there for somebody to enjoy. So I'm glad I bought this, and I'm glad that you know, your trusty friend, industrial alcohol. It's usually all you need to fix dead keys. Let's go ahead and keep shooting here, because I'm just going to get the board out real quick. I want to take a look at the other side. I don't want to see if it's got the characteristic sticky goo that tends to build up on the other side of these Microkorg main boards. It's a little coaxing. There we go. Oh, yeah, this is in good shape. No sticky, nasty goo. A little bit, but no, this is in great shape. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean this volume pot. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, when you have a scratchy volume pot, you can usually just turn it 1,000, not 1,000, turn it 100 times, and that'll take care of it. But if you want to be extra sure, just hose it down and then turn it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm just putting this paper towel here so we don't... And this stuff, I mean, it's totally... I could spread the whole board if I wanted with this stuff. But it's better to use some paper towels to keep it from going everywhere. You may not think I'm getting any in there, but it actually is getting in there. And now we'll just turn it a bunch. There we go. Yeah, it loosened right up. Oh, wow. What a difference. That was so tight before. I almost couldn't turn it without the knob. It was so tight. Now it's just like super easy to turn. It's nice and clean. Yeah, these are pretty gross too. I'm going to clean these. These are just sticky. They all need to be lubed. All right, let's do them all. Yeah, nice and clean. I might clean these twice just for the heck of it. Yeah, I mean, that's the extent of the repairs on this unit. Now I'm gonna, this board is soaked. I'm gonna speed up the drying process here with a hair dryer. That's all you need to do. So this unit is going to work out. We're going to end up completely fixing this one and being able to resell it. I'm going to finish another day though. I'm kind of out of time for today. But the last thing, yeah, I'm just going to take the keys apart. You know what? We can go ahead and do that. Let's just show you how to do that in case you are wondering. So I will have repaired this, and the only piece I destroyed was yeah, one of the edit select knobs that I had to explode. But I have an extra one, so no big deal. I'll put this up at a good price for somebody. I'll make a little money on it. I won't make much. I'll probably make like 40 or 50 bucks. You know, the sad thing is, well, I don't even want to say it. But let's just say it's more profitable to kill synthesizers than it is to repair them. I'll let you make your own determination on what I'm actually saying there, but it generally is more profitable to kill them than it is to save them. But saving them makes you feel better. Killing them is sad. So, yeah, these are just so filthy. I mean, they got dirt all over them everywhere. So I'm going to put these in a bowl of hot soapy water, let them soak for a while, and then scrub them with toothbrush. So they'll be like brand new. I have a special bowl just for that. Now, whenever cleaning keys like this, a bowl of really hot Really soapy water is what you want to do. And then just let them sit in there overnight. You could try to clean them right away if you wanted, but there's so many little nooks and crannies in keys, especially on the bottom, that it's better just to let it soak overnight and let the soap and the hot water do the job for you. And the next day, usually you can just rinse them off. And then, scrub them with a toothbrush a little bit. I'll show the camera here in a minute. We put quite a bit of soap in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a good chunk of soap there at the bottom, the blue. Get them all face down. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let that sit overnight, and tomorrow those will be super easy to clean. All the dirt and grease will just fall right off of them. All right, guys, I want to talk real quick about how to deal with wood paneling on synthesizers when it's scuffed or needs repairs. So first I want to show you this side. I mean, it's really not in terrible shape to begin with, but if you look at this corner here, you can start to see that it's got just some spots where the finish is worn off. You're typically going to get that on the edges and corners. And along the bottom here, I don't know how well it shows up on camera on that kind of corner there. Yeah, there we go. You can probably see now that just some finish is missing. It's not a huge deal, but we can improve it. Let me show you. This one had the same issues, but look at it now. I mean, the corners look pretty good. The whole thing is shiny and nice compared to this, which was, I mean, it's okay, but not quite as shiny and nice as this one is. We had a lot of problems on the top edge here, and some of these are still going to show up. I mean, I didn't get it 100% perfect, but it's certainly a lot better than it was. So what am I using to do this? Well, it's really simple. It's just one of these Minwax wood pens. You can buy these at Lowe's or online. They're typically cheaper at Lowe's, but usually they're like $9 or something. There's several different colors. I like dark walnut. It seems to be the most ubiquitous, at least in the sense that I've repaired. Mostly Korgs so far that have wood paneling, but you can always get a different shade if your wood paneling is different. But I usually find that most wood paneling on synthesizers is pretty much about this color, and dark walnut's a good color. It's not 100% match, but it's close enough. So I'm just going to go through doing it. I'm going to do this side and just show you how to do it. I mean, this is just super easy to use, but typically you buy these to like reface your kitchen cabinets or other wood furniture that's damaged. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and color. You can kind of, let's get it in camera view. You kind of push down on the pen a little bit to get some ink to come out, and you're going to put more than you need. And I'm just going to hit all the rough spots. I'm not going to worry so much about, spots I get versus spots I don't get. As long as I get all of the spots that are missing finish, then it's going to work out, and I'll show you why at the end here. Again, I'm not too concerned about, oh no, I got some on the spot that I already had finished and it's darker now. I'm not worried about that at all. Now I'm also just going to just give it a general, inking, shall we say. Now, oh, we got a couple spots here. You probably can't see them, but let me get these. Just the same problem on the corners. So now that I've got all the ink laid down, just going to use my finger and just rub it all in and make it nice and even. And you can see why I'm not so worried about where I get it and where I don't, because ultimately I'm just going to rub it in and it's going to smooth out and pretty evenly coat everything. Now again, this isn't going to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot better than it was. And whoever buys this will certainly appreciate that the wood paneling is looking a lot nicer than it did. Now, the next thing you got to do is just kind of wait a little bit. I'm not going to wait forever. Let me kind of get some of this other junk out of the way while we're doing this. Let's finish up the last step here. So I'm just going to give it a quick look, make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, I kind of want to rub that in a little more. Maybe you shouldn't use your finger because this stuff's toxic. I don't know. I don't typically worry about that too much. I just wipe it off when I'm done. Some spots, it's not perfect, this corner, but it's not as bad as it was. It certainly looks better. I'm going to hit that one more time and just see if I can get this to absorb a little more. If I can get it to stay like that, that would be wonderful. I just think it's going to rub right off, though. Yeah, it rubs right off. Okay, so the last step is just to take a paper towel and wipe off the excess. Otherwise, this stuff will never dry. If you don't wipe away the excess, this thing will be sticky and tacky for literally weeks. I know because I tried and waited for it to dry one time and it never dries. So, yeah, you can see on my paper towel it gets up the excess. But the end result is a much, much better looking piece of wood than what we had before. I'm just going to get the insides of I did not get the inside on this side either. Wipe off our excess. Now, eventually, I'm going to run a piece of tape. I could take these off. There's just 2 screws. But it's just as easy to run a piece of tape over this, yellow painter's tape. Eventually, what I will do, I'm going to let this sit. I ordered the gooseneck vocoder mic. Didn't come with this when I bought it. Nor did a power supply. So, I have an extra power supply, but I ordered a power supply and a replacement gooseneck mic so that when I sell this, it's got all the parts and it's good to go. So, the point I'm getting at is I'm going to let this sit for a few days because I'm in no rush. And then ultimately what I will do, I don't know, some people may think, oh, you shouldn't do this, but no, I'm going to ultimately use some wipe-on poly and just coat the wood panels with it. That's going to seal them. And then that will also, this will also get rid of any excess stain that would be sticky, 3 days from now when I come to put this on, maybe I'll video it so you can see. It'll wipe off any excess stain that would never dry. Um, I guess it's kind of like wipe on poly / mineral spirits, but anyway, that's how it works. Um, and then once that wipe on poly dries, which is like an hour or two, I'll probably wait a day though. I'll wax it. I'll wax the wood, just to give it its best shine. It'll make the colors richer and deeper. It'll help, conceal from your eye any imperfections, and it'll look pretty darn close to brand new. There's no dents in this wood, so that's one thing that's really nice. I mean, there's a couple of dings in it. It ain't perfect. I'm not going to be able to list this as mint for sure, but I might get close to excellent, if not very good. Yeah, let's just take the camera over here for a moment, and I will show you our keys now that they're all nice and clean. Excuse the mess, but synthesizer repair is a messy business. I tell my friends my house looks like a chop shop from Star Wars or something. Okay, so yeah, here's all our keys. We took them out of we actually scrubbed them in the bowl of soapy water with literally just my trusty key cleaning toothbrush, which I use. And these keys, they came out perfect. I mean, they're just super white. One of them, super white, nice to see that shine. Look at that, like brand new. One of them has some type of claw mark on it or something. Yeah, one of these has a mark, but I'm gonna let these dry for like a couple of days because water gets into these little nooks and crannies, like in here. And I mean, I could use a hair dryer and blow it out, but I'm just gonna let it sit there and air dry because I'm waiting on parts. I'm in no rush. So, I'll show you one other thing we've done, which really isn't rocket science, but might as well just go ahead and show you. The faceplate was filthy, and now it's pretty much. I mean, this is honestly a almost perfect faceplate. There's one mark here, but you're not going to see it because it's going to get covered by the dial. Yeah, one mark right there, but you can see it in the light. But that's going to get covered by a dial, so you won't see it. And there's a little teeny speck there you will see. Yeah, so we've got the keyboard working perfectly. We've got all the potentiometers cleaned and easy moving. So now I'm just gonna wait on I gotta clean the bottom. That's one thing I gotta do. This is kind of filthy, so I want look at all that dirt. I'll clean all that off. I'm gonna clean the inside too, and then I'm just waiting for parts. Put it all back together, and we'll have a saved the Microkorg. So, hi guys. All right, we're going to start putting the Korg back together now. So I figured I'll just video this. I'll probably time lapse this, or else it'd be a pretty boring video. All right, guys. So my gooseneck mic came in, and we're getting close to wrapping up this restoration here. So I just want to show you. I mean, not rocket science. Just this is a brand new mic. I ordered it from Cintar, which is a great place to pick up parts. Yeah. Anyway, we'll show more about that later. What I want to show you is the final step on these wood panels. And I'm actually just going to take them off. I think I said earlier that I would tape up the unit, but it's just going to be easier to take them off. All right, so here's our two wood pieces. And it's a little dirty on the inside there. Gonna wipe some of that dust off. Yeah, again, so these aren't perfect, but they're in pretty good shape. So good enough, I'm never gonna get them quite perfect unless I sanded them all down, completely restain them, and my experience with that is that it still doesn't, you still don't get the best results. So we're just gonna finish it off with wipe on poly. That's the easiest thing to do. I always use cotton for wipe on poly. I wouldn't use paper towel because it'll leave little paper shreds in it. So this is going to take off a little bit of the stain. You'll see this gets dark. But it's going to give it a nice shiny coat. And yeah, you can see we got some of the excess stain off. And there's probably enough wipe on poly, yeah, to do the other one, no problem. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I'm going to let these dry, and then I'll wax them and put them back on the board. And that'll be that. Alright guys, today's the big day here. All our parts came in and we are getting ready to put this thing up for sale on Reverb. Just kind of wanted to briefly recap what's going on and what we've done and the condition this is in. So yeah, so first thing we did, we repaired the key bed. There were a lot of dead keys. That's all been taken care of. It should be good to go for years to come. It's really the actual key bed itself. The board is in perfect condition. It just needed to be cleaned. And if you get a dead key again on this unit, you can simply just clean the board again. It's really a very simple procedure. We ordered a new microphone because there was no mic. The previous owner didn't have the mic, and there was no power supply, so I ordered a new power supply. The pots were kind of stiff, and the volume pot was very scratchy. Well, I wouldn't say very, but it was scratchy. So all the pots have been cleaned and lubricated. Two of these knobs were kind of damaged, so we replaced those with perfect knobs. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much obviously gave it a really good cleaning. And then the wood panels, I did what I best I could to restain, re-top coat, and wax them. And you can see in the photos that they came out pretty nice. They're not perfect, but they're certainly a lot more perfect than they were. This unit amazingly still has the plastic on the LCD, and I think I might have mentioned it earlier in the video, but I so badly want to pull it off, but I'm going to leave it there for the new owner. Anyway, yeah, I mean, let's just give it a quick test, and then, that'll be the end of it. It's a pretty short end of the video here, so. Really nice filter on these units. You know, the MS2000 engine is quite versatile. Really good basses. Give the vocoder a quick test so you can hear the mic, make sure that works.
Hello, can you hear me? This is what the vocoder sounds like. It's 16 band. I don't know why I'm talking so slow. Anyway, yeah, you can see that the mic works on this unit. It's a brand new microphone, so there's no reason it wouldn't work. Hello. 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 Whoa. Check it out, man.
Cool sound effect. Nice LFO there. It's the mod wheel. Pitch wheel. Alright guys, anyway, you know, I could play around with this all day. It's kind of, it's a story with all synthesizers. But anyway, as you can see, everything's working perfectly, and, you know, it's ready to go on to its new owner. So, that's it guys, gonna wrap it up. See you in the next video.